We now take a look at the overridden list activity method called onListItemClick. You see the definition of it starting here at lines 210 through 212. This method gets called when the user touches a list item within the list view. Now remember, our list items have actually three clickable areas. You can touch the name of a recording, which is what the purpose of this method is, to start the playback of that particular recording, but we also have those clickable image views for emailing a recording and deleting a recording respectively, and of course we took a look at the event handlers for those in the two previous videos. Now when the user touches the name of a recording, line 215 will set the play pause button's checked property to true, which is going to change the icon that's displayed on the play pause button to a pause icon because we're now going to start the playback of that audio clip immediately. We also remove any previous callbacks for our updater runnable, which was updating the seek bar for potentially some other audio that was being played back previously. So if we had one playing back and then we touched a different name, we're going to stop the playback of the previous item and now play back the newly selected item. Now we're going to update the text view at the top of the user interface for this activity with the name of the actual item the user clicked. We're also going to get the location of the file that the user touched the name of so that we can start the playback of that file. And you can see here that we set the text on the name playing text view based on the name of the file that we obtained. Now at line 231 we start a try block, and we're going to configure the media player for playback. First we reset the media player in case something else was already playing. Then at line 235 we set the data source to the newly selected file and we prepare the media player for playback. At line 237 we set the maximum value on our progress seek bar to the number of milliseconds that the recording has in its duration. So mediaplayer.getDuration gives you the total duration of the media that the media player is configured to play, and that comes back to us in milliseconds. And that means we can technically seek to any millisecond location within the audio that's being played back. We set the progress on the seek bar to 0 to move the thumb to the beginning of the seek bar, and then we also create an on completion listener that says what to do when the audio finishes playing back. And when that happens, we're going to set the play pause button's checked property to false, which will cause the button to switch back to a play icon and the word play. And then we also seek back to position 0 so the user can replay the audio from the beginning on the media player if we need to do that. And then finally at lines 250 and 251 we start the media player, which begins the playback of the audio clip, and we call updater.run, which calls the run method of the updater runnable, and we'll see in a separate video that that begins the updating of the seek bar to match where the playback is in the media player. And each time we finish up the execution of the run method, near the end of that method we schedule another call to that updater using the handler so that it keeps updating the seek bar as the audio plays back.